Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to another episode here on Oakfield Farm. We are trying to take advantage of the sunshine coming back out. We're going for a few days of miserable weather. There's a few things we need to update you all on before we go any further. One of which is that at the end of the road has arrived for the Fendt 720. And this is getting a little bit of a drama now that I didn't really anticipate that would arrive. But we are having a little bit of a problem with our dealer. Now, I mentioned and I asked for your opinions on what we should do, and there's a few reasons behind that I didn't let on at the time. But yeah, we're having a little bit of issue with the support that we're getting from Fendt right now, and it's not what I would like, or what it was supposed to have been, or what we were led to believe it would ever be. So, at this time, we have been looking about maybe upgrading one tractor and trading one in, so we're going to get rid of the Fendt there, get rid of the 720. We still have the 1046 that is in here, hooked up to the drill. Desperate to try and get that out as well. We're going to keep with that one for now. See if this sends a bit of a message to Fendt. But yeah, it's going to get traded in, and we're going to get a John Deere out at the end of it. So that might send a bit of a message to them. Because yeah, I'm sure most dealerships don't really want to see their customers trade anything in and go to a main rival. However, we haven't got our machine yet. We're still figuring that one out. What we do have still is the demonstration of the 8400R. The monstrous 9RT went home. That was just too big for us. Very wide, very big. But the tracks are something that we might still investigate moving forward. But right now we're going to stay as we are with the wheeled version. Especially when you've got the big 1046 there. We can control the pressure rate in the tires there anyway. So I don't feel too bad about that whatsoever. Moving forward. We've been a little bit busy over the last few days. We have got the bales stacked up there. We've got the 6250Rs being busy. We actually put the 8400 onto our other bale carts to see what it'd be like, really, and it did a pretty nice job. We've got our sheds probably 2/3, no, maybe slightly over half full. We don't have a great deal of space left, but we've got a big stack of bales, but still. They've all been stacked up in the field because it's too wet to get them off there, but way over on the distance there, they've all been stacked up, so they'll stay there for a little bit. They'll dry out a bit today in the wind as well, but we'll have to get those at some stage, I do believe. Combine still hasn't moved, it's still stuck in the field there. Again, it's just too wet. The contracting we've got left to go at is going to be in a terrible state by the time we can actually get our hands on it, but there's not a lot else we can do, in all honesty. We just got to kind of let it go and see if we can get to it at some stage. Now the rest of the boys are away right now, so I'm just gonna shut these doors up just in case there's any. There we go. Curious minds come for a wonder. Yeah, so the Fendt there is going to be leaving us very shortly. Maybe the end of today, I think. We're not sure. Wait for a phone call, but that's going to be gone. We're going to trade that in, like I say. I believe we're not going to go for, I'm looking at the moment, and I think I've settled on like an 83, was it 8345, 8350 R, not quite the 84. This is in the same realm kind of as our 1046 right now, so we're going to get something in between that and the 6250. So yeah, it's going to be a good size for us. Be able to pull any bit of equipment as well, but we'll see. And so for now, we're just going to jump back into this guy. You'll notice a bit of equipment on the back is also not ours. This is a horse. This is on demonstration. The reason I asked for this is we're going to some land that we put a bit of a cover crop in, or an experiment crop really, not a cover crop. And we're going to go and try and work it in. And I had nothing that was going to be able to chop up all the residue on the top and all the matter. So we're going to go in with this guy, and this is definitely going to do it. So without further ado, we're just going to have a bit of play, really. Got the wheel weights on the back of the 84 because we're going to need a little bit of traction where we're going. So let's just get this fired up. Beautiful. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how this goes. Got some lights on there. Perfect. So it's finally, like I say, the sun is coming out there. Lord, hope it continues for a little bit longer, because we could ideally do with a real good couple of days of dry weather, just so we can. We've got all our ground finished, but we need to start working down the ground that's going to be winter drilled, and then we also need to get the rest of this crop off the field for the contract work as well. So we're a little bit pushed at times, but I guess that's farming really. Let's see what we can do. The grass is growing though, the grass is loving life at the moment. Just gonna cruise along here. So how have you been anyway? Hope everything's going well. Hope you had a great weekend. It's been about a week or so since we spoke, I guess. And yeah, I hope everything is swimming along quite nicely. Do let us know down in the comments below what you're getting up to, what you're working on, and how that's all going. We're just going to swing back up towards, up the hill there really, back up to where we were with the combine. And away we go. I do like the gearbox in this tractor, I have to say. Very smooth, very nice. It's quite heavy, it's a big tractor there, but yeah, it's just so smooth in the way it clicks through its gearbox. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to put it to some grunt work here with this horse discs behind me. Let's kind of see how it works over really. I've had a phone call about some of this land to our left here, actually, seeing if we can get in there to help with the contract to harvest this. Which we, of course we can do. It's going to be some pretty terrible stuff by the time it dries out enough to get into there. But it might well be something that we have to get the combine on and get the chaser bin out as well. But we'll see what he wants to do. I've positioned the price for him. I left it with him. If he wants us, then he'll know where he can find us, I guess. And up the hill we go. So we have all of the bales taken off our two top fields. They're looking nice and clear now. And then we just got a few more to get in from down here, and then yeah, that's pretty much it really. So that's all she wrote. We'll see how that all comes together as we get through. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think it's the best way to describe it right now. And there's still what will there be in there? 16, 32, 64. 96. There'll probably be about 110 bales in there for us to pick up at some point. I'll have to get this cart down. Trouble being, we can't bring the lorry up here because it's so tight to get out this exit. So it's all going to have to be done by trailer, I think. Which is probably less than ideal. So this was supposed to be the cotton crop. We were going to be using this as a bit of a break crop here. Just to try and improve the soil health, to see if we can get some improved structure in there, break up the compaction maybe a little bit, add some more nitrogen into the soil before we put something else in. It just didn't get started, really. As you look around here, there is nothing here, not a dime. Not 100% sure as to why. All we do know is that, well, it might have been the could have been the really wet spring we had, could have just drowned it out more than anything. Soil temperatures may well have been a little bit too cold. I was told that we should be good here, we should be able to get something in the ground, but clearly not. But it was an experiment, that's why you do it in kind of a controlled environment. This field here was is kind of typically all one soil type across the field, so we wanted to put it in here so we could see exactly how it behaved. So we're going to disc it out now anyway, so what I will do is jump into our tractor and we'll just kind of give it a run through. Just to make sure that everything is kind of worked out, and then we'll be able to bring the drill in really. Well, if we break up the top of this, it's going to have a little bit of a crust on it because we've had all that rain and the sun's starting to bake it, so we'll be able to disc it out and then we'll leave it for a day or two, and then the drill can come in and we'll be able to get ahead of the game again. So we'll start down this bottom end, I think. We seem to be travelling okay on it as we speak. Now, if I've got everything set up properly, I should be on number 2 hydraulic spool valve to chain to unfold this. There we go. Back go. Perfect. Happy days. Nice and wide. And then we will need to set up our GPS as well, but we've just got to set up our line first, I think. So I'll set up in this corner. It's been a while since I was up here. I was thinking I might see a little bit of residue on this top, a little bit of some sort of organic material, but nothing, just nothing. Hey ho, that happens I suppose, and we'll just have to get on with it. Alright, I got my GPS plugged in to start recording point A, and we're going to get that B point in. That's our AB line done, and then we can kind of go Tractor really wants to surge away with this, actually. We have to just keep an eye on the speed a little bit. Just until we get our first pass done. There we go, looks like we're in. Perfect. Let's just see how this gets to the end here, and then we'll just make sure we're all set up. We're going nice and deep enough, I guess, to work it all over. You can hear the John Deere just pulling away. It's cruising on. What we're doing here, about 17 miles an hour, 16, 17, flying, absolutely flying. What we do? Let's just break that line a little bit there, and we'll just round out this edge here, I think. Okay, let's stop there, see how that's looking. So you can see it's bringing up a few bits of what looks like dead matter underneath there, really. So it's working it out, it's chopping up there, which is fine. It's what I want to see. Yeah, it's leaving this very nice, good job actually. Nice even tilts to get into. This is the horse Joker, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice piece of kit. Pretty monstrous as well, may I add. Yeah, we're going to get back in there and we're going to see how this thing cracks through this hill. Easy, a bit of dust flying, look at that. Okay, well, we'll get ourselves through this field. Shouldn't take us too long to get a good bit of work done. We'll come back to you as we get through this a bit more and give you a bit more of a review of what it's all looking like. Alright folks, welcome back. As you can see, we're flying through now, colouring in between the lines, as I like to describe it. We go alternate roads with the GPS and we're just kind of going back over and getting everyone that we missed. It's flying through. This John Deere is pulling this, the Joker, without any issues. It is nice and light ground anyway though, and it's, you know, it's apart from that little wet crust on the top there, it's turned over very nicely indeed. You can see we're kind of going just slightly against the grain that we drilled on last time, slightly over the angle. That's to break it down and level everything out a little bit. And yeah, it's coming over very well. I think actually we could nearly get the drill into this later on tonight. So we might have a go at that. We'll get back to the yard, put the fill up the tank, and then we'll get ourselves off to get drilling. And yeah, it'd just be good to kind of get ahead. This will take no time at all to get drilled out. So we might as well, where possible, get a bit of a head start. And there goes the cultivator again. And off we go. So we've got one more pass to do, and then we're get out of the way, bird. And then we're on with the headlands, really, so it shouldn't take too long at all. I really do like this John Deere, actually. I'm very much a fan of it at the moment from what I've been able to use it. As with any kind of demonstrator you try and get a mixture of work for it to do, so you can just experience what it's like across the board. And yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I'm very impressed. Plenty of power under the hood. Very nice and manageable controls there. They all seem to make a lot of sense, and I do like that. So yeah, in comparison to the Fendt 720 wouldn't have been able to pull this, but it's, you know, that was that small machine. I do think the way the business is going right now, we're gonna have some bigger equipment to pull. We need two big tractors, really. That's just the way the outlook is for us right now. And then yeah, everything else after that we can see. There we go, and off we go again. Fantastic stuff. So we'll get this all done. We'll race ourselves back down to the yard where we started, hook up with the drill. I got a phone call as well. The Fendt 720 is leaving us today, so we'll make sure that gets up and away, and then we'll be yeah, it's another job done. So making progress as much as we can, and we'll come back to you with a little bit more news as we say goodbye to the Fendt. Alright folks, welcome back. We've just got number 1 or number 2 tank done, which is the fertilizer, and then it's a busy yard now all of a sudden. We've got the truck in for the Fendt, so I'm going to have to park this up very quickly. I'm just going to make sure I don't need to do anything else for him, and then yeah, we're kind of, no, let's go back there, let's leave this out here for now, and then we're looking rather good actually, I should say. So let's go over and see what he wants us to do. Right, it's all done, it's all on there. It's looking pretty good actually. Nice and cleaned up. It's a shame, but it's been a good tractor to us. We've had that for about 3 years now, so it's getting towards a stage where we'd want to look to upgrade it anyway, or to replace it. But yeah, so let's go and find where this driver is, and we'll make sure we're all looking good for him. Okay, so the truck is gone, the tractor is gone, more importantly. We're just going to put the second hopper load of fertilizer into the tank here, and then after that it's onto the seed. We're getting there. Getting everything done nice and quickly, that's for sure. And this machine works very well. We have a hydraulic door on the front of this that we can operate with our spool valve here. Allows us to empty that out, and then we can just shut off when we need to. So I think we've done that. Perfect. And back we go. So we're going to leave this onto here for now. We're going to get the seeds. Oh, there's a dryer. We don't want to hit that. We're going to get the seed sorted out in here, and then we're going to get ourselves off and away to the races. So we'll probably get that field knocked out quite quickly this evening. That's the aim at least, and then we'll be able to just kind of leave it and not worry about it now. It's one off the list at least, starting to get ahead. And able to take advantage of the nicer weather where possible. We're going to keep hold of that horse joker for a little bit longer. The tractor's going home very shortly, although hopefully I want to see if we can kind of keep it until ours is ready or there or close enough. We'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, that's pretty much where we stand right now. So that's us in a nutshell for where we are. We're just going to jump to the 1046. Now I do really like this tractor. I just don't want to... I'm not quite ready to get rid of this one just yet, but if I've got no dealership support when I need it, then that is a bit of a game changer for me, unfortunately, and we can't be doing with that. Let's just sneak back around that corner there. Already filled up with diesel. Excellent stuff. So now we just need a spotter seed, which we will get in a moment or two. So we're going to leave this here like I mentioned. Off there. And we'll come back to you later on in the week, hopefully, when we have an idea of how it's all going, and we'll see if we're going to get that contract for that big field of wheat or not. I don't know. But until then, have yourself a great rest of your day. Enjoy what you're doing as always. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button and smash that subscribe button for Simulation for the Nation. And we will see you in the next one.